Hello, it's Donna Serdula from LinkedIn-Makeover.com, and I just received a really interesting question, and I wanted to share it with you because I think it's a question many people have. This question comes in from Ron Kosakowski. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Ron. But what he writes is, he recently started a LinkedIn group page, and he added some videos, but it doesn't seem to be getting any response. Now, he has created this group page because he wants to promote his online store called traditionalfilipinoweapons.com, and he's having luck through YouTube, and he's all over Facebook, but he's just not getting any traction on LinkedIn, and he just doesn't know how to promote it, what to do. And so, Ron, let's take a look at your group and let's see what it looks like. All right, so I'm just going to click on the link that he provided me. And here we have it. Here's his group, cut videos made for traditionalfilipinoweapons.com. And he only has one discussion. He seems to be the sole contributor. And let's come over here just to see how many people. We're going to click on group statistics and see how many people are in this group. And there's 2. So clearly, yes, it does look like, Ron, you're struggling a little bit. The first thing that I would say to you, Ron, is, are you ready to commit the time and effort it takes to develop your group? Because here's the thing, it's not easy. To create a LinkedIn group, well, to create the group is fine, but to actually get a group that's active, that has members, that is not easy, and it's going to take a lot of energy to do so. And so I ask you first and foremost, are you ready to commit the time and effort it's going to take to develop your group? Because if you're not, all is not lost. Because quite honestly, if you're not, what you can do is you can find another group within LinkedIn. One maybe that has something to do with martial arts. So just look to see, are there other groups that have already been developed, that are already established? And perhaps you can become a contributor of that group, and you can use it to promote yourself and promote your site and add value to people. That would be a much easier way of going. But if you are indeed willing to make the effort, there are a few tidbits that I can give you, some tips. All right. The first one is this. Use your mailing list. All right. Because here's the thing. In order for you to grow your group, you need to let people know that it's out there. And one of the things that I did to grow my group is I sent emails out to my mailing list, letting them know that I had a LinkedIn group and there was a benefit for them to join. So here is the email that I had sent out, and I sent this out a few times, and it basically said, these are the things that we're discussing. I put in a testimonial. I'm getting quite an education from this group, free. Donna, you should charge for membership. I mean, people were really intrigued by that. And I have the link. So people joined. In fact, if you look here, you can see how the membership just jumped after I sent those emails. It just skyrocketed. So you need to let people know. And the easiest way is just to send out an email, either from MailChimp or Constant Contact, whatever your mailing, list application is, use it. Tell people about it. All right. So that's the first thing. The second thing that you can do is send invitations. And you can send invitations directly from the group itself within LinkedIn. It's all within the Manage tab. Let me show you how to do that. So from within the Manage tab, you can come over here to under the Manage group. It says Send Invitations. And from here, you can start adding names. And you can select up to 50 people from your address book for one email transmission, and they would receive an email that says, I would like to invite you to join my group on LinkedIn. And there would be then a little button that says Join Group. Now, clearly, doing it this way is very difficult because you have to choose people individually, and that could take weeks for some people. And so the other thing that you can do is, do you notice right here it says upload a file? Well, you can upload a CSV file. Now, you might be thinking, but Donna, I don't have a CSV file. Well, actually you do. All you need to do is come over here to Contacts, to Connections, and you come down here and you export your connections from LinkedIn. Once you export, that's going to come out as a CSV file. And then if you go right back, you can just re-upload that file and everyone will get an invite. It's easy and it takes seconds. So by sending invitations and uploading a file, that is going to be a huge way to grow your membership of your group. The other thing is you want to make it a part of your connection process. All right, so once you've sent out all those invites and all of those emails, you want to keep working it and you want to make it part of your connection process. And so when I accept invitations, I just don't accept invitations from people, but I accept the invitation and I send them a follow-up, a reply that says, hey, join my group. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here we are in my LinkedIn inbox. And yes, it's true. I have 607 outstanding invitations that I've yet to process. I got to tell you, these invites just keep coming. I have a very hard time staying on top of all. I just cleaned out this inbox just a few days ago, and already I'm back to 607. Well, thus is life as a LinkedIn Open networker and an author. People connect, and that's an awesome thing. So here's Jason Babbitt. He wants to connect with me. So normally most people just say accept. But I don't stop there. I come over here and I click send a message. And in here, I would write a message. In fact, I already have a message pre-written, and I just copy and I paste it in. But just for right now, I would say something like, hi, Jason. Thanks for connecting. And then I might state something like, if you're interested in learning how to optimize your LinkedIn profile so you can find even more opportunities and sell yourself and prospect for business, you should join my group, Profile Makeover Optimization Secrets. And then I put in a shortened URL to that group. And I find by doing it that way, I get a lot of people joining because, one, they are impressed that I personally reached out to them, and by providing them a benefit, what they're going to get out of it, of course they're going to want to join. So that's another way of continuing to grow your network. Another way is keep talking about it. All right, and here's the thing. You don't ever want to stop talking about your group. You want to make this really, just like I said before, make it a part of your process, your everyday process. And what I mean by that is, at the bottom of all my email signature, I always say, join my LinkedIn group. On my website, I have a button that says, join my LinkedIn group. When I do my speaking engagements, I tell people, look, if you're interested in even more free resources, join my LinkedIn group. All right, so it's this thing that I'm constantly talking about, and I'm constantly directing traffic to it. Now, once I got enough people in there, then, the snowball effect started to occur, that tipping point. And it seemed to be once I was over 1,000, that's really when people just started to join, because they heard about it, that they wanted to be involved, because clearly there were a lot of people talking about it. So, you will reach a point where it gets easier. But as you can see, this is not easy. This took a lot of energy. This took a lot of hours of my time to grow that group. And I'm still not happy with the number of people I have in it. I want it to quadruple and quadruple again. So I'm constantly working on that group. The other thing is, once you have people in the group, you have to do one more thing. All right. And that is, you want to constantly keep your eyes out for good articles. You want to constantly think of things to discuss. You need to be the one posting things. All right. And once you post things, you also want to keep your eye out for people who would make good contributors. And you want to ask people, say, hey, we're discussing this, and I know you're an expert, so why don't you come in and give us some expertise? You need to invite people. I really do think of it as being a host of a party. Just as a host of a party would walk around and pour drinks for people and get conversations started and introduce people, that's what you need to be doing on your side. So it's not just growing it, but it's also keeping the energy going, keeping the enthusiasm, and making sure that the people that you do invite are posting the right things. I spend a lot of time just deleting spam, deleting posts that make no sense, because I know myself, there's nothing worse than going to a group and just seeing things that don't work with the subject matter. And so I really work on keeping it a clean group, and I try to make sure that people aren't overly marketing themselves. All right, yes, we're all doing it for marketing purposes, but I want people to be delivering value rather than just totally selling something. And so, and I say that for myself as the person who's leading the group. I'm not there every day just posting my own stuff and telling people to buy my services, because people aren't going to want to do that. But instead, I'm there showcasing my knowledge, helping people, delivering value. And by doing that, people then come back and they want to work with me because they've experienced that passion and that interest and that excitement that I have for LinkedIn. So you have to be very careful with it. I hope I didn't scare you off from the LinkedIn groups, Ron, and anyone else who is listening. Believe me when I tell you, the LinkedIn group is a fantastic way to find business and to really showcase yourself, your knowledge, and it's a fantastic way of helping people. I ask you to please visit my website, linkedin-makeover.com, if you're interested in any other resources, especially my blog. I'm constantly posting new articles all about LinkedIn, and I hope you'll join me there. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.